Welcome to the Mindset Model, where identity meets destiny, where mindset becomes magic, and the version of you've only dreamed of, well, it's already within you. This is your portal to expansion, your permission to be seen, to take up space, to step fully into your truth. I'm Sarah Davis, and this is the Mindset Model. Welcome home. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mindset Model podcast. I hope you are having the best week, the best day, whatever you're doing. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking all about community. Oh yes, the people that you surround yourself with, the conversations that you're having, and even the way that you speak to yourself, because your environment is everything. And I'm going to start off sharing something really exciting that happened this week. I think I mentioned it in my previous podcast episode. Who even knows? I've mentioned it somewhere. I think it was on my YouTube. Could have been the podcast. It's somewhere. Have a listen to it if not. But I was absolutely honoured to be invited to Kayleigh Greenacre's documentary premiere in London this week. It was incredible. If you've never heard of Kayleigh Greenacre before, check her out on Instagram. She really is an iconic leader within her field. She really helps empower women to really go for their dreams, women in business. She's really inspired a lot of people. She actually used to be a head teacher, and now she has got like a massive movement. She's created her business. She's got time freedom with her daughter, all the lovely things. And the documentary that she created is called Actually I Can. And, you know, the title of that is making you think, yeah, this is what she's all about. It's all about you can literally do anything you want to. And I came across Kayleigh in August 2025, so really not that long ago. And I just loved her energy. I'm very intuitive with, if people are genuine, they're soul-led. I love to be around people who just want the best. They just lead with love. And I saw that she had done loads of amazing things, which I would love to do, such as, she speaks on stage a lot, which I love doing. She's done a TED Talk. She's had like magazine features. She's written a book. Now, I'm halfway through writing a book, so I love the fact that she's already done one. She's published it. And all of those wonderful things. I was like, right, I need to get to know this queen. So I bloody did. I am now a client of Kayleigh's. I love her course Unstoppable. And what she has created is a community. And this is absolutely brilliant. And she has the energy, because what I teach within the mindset model is that identity first. And she has created an identity as an iconic leader. And this really, really stands out, and I just absolutely love it. Now, I have never been to anything like this before. I've never really done the whole networking thing or met anyone in the coaching or mindset industry. I've never done any of it, but I was like, right, this is it. Let's go for it. And I didn't know anyone there. I just turned up and I was like, hey, how's it going, everyone? And it was absolutely brilliant. So we actually met at a bar first, a group of really incredible women from all walks of life, but everyone in that room had one purpose, which was to help as many people as possible and create an impact. A lot of mindset coaches were in the room, lots of all different industries as well, which was really exciting. And we're like, oh my God, the premiere is going to be starting like anytime soon. So we were like running across. It was in Trafalgar Square in London. And we're like, my new friend was like, where are we going? And I was like, well, I think we know where we're going, because have a look. And right in front of us was this massive, bloody great big billboard with Kayleigh's face on it and the title of the premiere, Act Shy Can. I was like, wow, that is where we're going. Unbelievable. Imagine having your own billboard in Trafalgar Square. I was like, wow, this is iconic. And that is the energy that she has given off, and it's happening. I was like, wow, this is incredible. And it really does showcase that if you believe in yourself and you genuinely want to make an impact, it will happen. And she really proved this. Now, walking into the premiere room, the energy was electric. I mean, everyone in there was on a mission to inspire, to help others rise, and to remind the world that anything is possible when you do believe in yourself. And I was just looking around like, oh my God, this is what expansion feels like. We've got people in there celebrating people, women cheering for women, and this really was a community built on purpose and possibility. I'm here for it. I just love that. People collaborating. And it just reminded me how powerful it is to be surrounded by people who get it, who dream big, who take action and genuinely want you to win. And I know that everyone in that room at that premiere left there feeling so much more energized and inspired to literally run screaming towards their goals. Now, this is something that I've learned over the years through my studies of mindset and manifestation. Your circle is a mirror of your mindset. So if you surround yourself with people who complain, who play small, they don't believe in themselves, they just sit there saying that they're going to do something and then they never do it, that energy will rub off on you. But when you surround yourself by people who expand you, they challenge you, and they remind you who you are, you rise and you go for it. And an example that, because I love to share sort of my little examples just to kind of bring it to life. One, this is from like years ago. I'm literally talking like 20 years ago. So I did A-level biology and chemistry, which if you're listening to this, you've done it, you know that shit is hard. And I was not the most academic student. Like, I scraped through GCSE maths. Like, what even is that? I was like hanging on by a thread, but I passed, mainly because I was really scared of my maths teacher. But she scared me enough to pass. So I'm happy for that. I'm grateful. So then I go to do chemistry, which is basically maths with a different bloody name. I was like, what have I done? But anyway, I was in a room full of really, really intelligent, hardworking people when I was in chemistry and biology, and they just loved it. Whenever we would, learn about a new topic, like the titrations and the periodic table, and I can't even remember because it was so long ago. I just remember all the students of the room literally being buzzing, and they made me want to be the best student ever. I would literally be like, oh my gosh, I really need to keep up with these people. But it didn't come from a bad place of like, I didn't feel I was good enough. It came from a place of like, oh my gosh, I really want to win as well. We're going to win. We're going to do it. So I really loved that experience, and because of them, like, I did actually pass, which is amazing. Then after I did my A-levels, I didn't want to go to university. It just wasn't for me. I was like, I don't even really know what I'm going to do with myself, but I love beauty. I love beauty, still do. And a lot of my professional career, even to this day, is in the professional beauty industry. So I was like, well, let's just go to college. We'll learn a little bit about hair, a bit about beauty and all of that good stuff. Well, it was a completely different story, a completely different environment. So the students were about 2 years younger than me. Even though it was, all ages were welcome. I must have been about 18 or 19 at the time, and most of the students were around 16. The conversations were completely different. They didn't have the attitude of excitement. They didn't really want to be learning in there. There was a lot of messing around, a lot of talking about boyfriends and who's going to get absolutely smashed on the weekend and things like that. And I then quit because I did not feel inspired. I didn't feel excited. And then I just went on a different path. But the message that I want to get across here is your environment, where you spend your time, will determine your success. And I really do believe in that. And I really want you to think about your current environment. Who are you spending time with? What kind of conversations are you having? Are they growth focused? Are they inspiring? Are they creative? Or are these people moaning? Is it draining? Is it negative? Is it limiting conversations? Because your community either holds you back or propels you forward. And there's probably not an in-between. So that's why it's really important. And even your self-talk, like this is your own internal community as well. This is something for you to think about, because we do forget the way that you actually speak to yourself every day does matter. And I talk a lot about this in my course, the Mindset Model Method. Your inner voice is either your biggest cheerleader or your worst critic. And I'm sure you can resonate with this, because if you're constantly saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to be able to do that, that becomes your internal environment, your internal community. But when you start saying things like, yes, I can do this, I am worthy, I don't know how, but I am just going to take the steps and I'm just going to become her, that is when everything changes. And, I heard this amazing quote. I don't know who it's from. So well done to whoever came up with this quote. But you are one conversation, one connection, and one decision away from a completely different life. How amazing is that? I love that. And that is exactly what community does. When you're in the right room, surrounded by people who lift you, that one connection that you make can completely shift your entire path. And that is why I invest in being in high vibe spaces. I know high vibe, I just call them high vibe spaces, but so I will always say yes to events, masterminds, courses and collaborations with the right type of people that make me feel so good and inspired. Because every time you're around people who are doing what you dream of, you are expanding your self-image. These people, I call them expanders. So Kayleigh is, for example, isn't it, an expander for me, because she's done the things which I love and I want to spend time in her energy because she is showing me what's possible. You're also showing your subconscious mind that this is your new normal. So another point of community as well, sometimes you can outgrow old rooms, shall we say. So we can outgrow people, places and patterns that no longer are in alignment with us, and that's okay. And this isn't about judging people, like if old school friends or things like that are on different pastures. It's not about judging them. It's just about saying to yourself, that's not quite in alignment with me. This is the route that I'm going down. And when you grow, not everyone will understand it, and that is okay. I've grown so much in this past 6 months, and not many people get what I'm doing, which is fine. But that is not going to stop me. And you're not meant to stay in the same rooms forever. A lot of people do due to fear, due to the comfort zone, but we're not meant to. As humans, we are meant to grow. We're meant to flourish and move to the next. And I used to feel really guilty for changing, for wanting more, for outgrowing circles where the conversations are, about complaints instead of creation. I want to talk about creation, but then I realized I was, meant to evolve. And that is when everything shifted for me. So you are allowed to walk into new rooms of people. Please do it. You are allowed to take up space in communities that stretch you in a good way. And you are allowed to become the version of you've always known you are meant to be. Do it, do it, do it, my loves. So here is your reminder for this week. Protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it bloody well does. Speak to yourself with love and power, because your words, they actually do create your reality. And surround yourself with expanders, people that inspire you. People are doing the things that you want to do. Because when you're around those types of people, it really does determine how far you will go. So, thank you for listening, my loves. If this episode inspired you, please share it with someone that you would love to. You think they would love to hear this message. Someone who deserves to be reminded that they can do anything that they put their mind to. And don't forget, you can join the Mindset Model Method on my website, themindsetmodel.co.uk. This is your 7-day journey to discovering who you truly are, reprogramming your beliefs for success. And until next time, my loves, I cannot wait to see you in my next episode. See you soon.